If you want to sell over $10,000 worth of digital products, there's a few things that you need to have in place and do before that can happen. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss the first part, which is building your audience. And over this 5-part video series, I'm going to walk you through how to build your audience, create a digital product, and launch it all online using a lot of the free tools that are available to us out there. Now, if you're new here, I'm Ross, and this is Upstart Creators, the place where I help creative people just like you create digital products, sell them online, and create a passive income. Now, the first step to doing any of this is building your audience, and it's the most critical part that people overlook. And as someone who's sold a lot of digital products and makes a full-time living selling digital products, I can tell you that this is the most important step. Now, there's 3 parts to selling any sort of products. You need an audience, you need to validate your idea or your product, and then you need a way of actually launching that and delivering it to your community. Now, although this is just the first video in launching a digital product, this is going to be a lot of work. So for people that are looking for shortcuts or want to get rich quick scheme, this is not for you. There is the potential to make a lot of money selling digital products online, but you need to create them first. You need to put in that effort of building an audience, creating the product. Then you can actually sell those products passively, have them automated so that they're selling online while you sleep. But you need to put all that work in before. So the first part is creating that community. Now, this is critical to have a really solid idea for how or what you're going to be talking about, or that you're going to be writing about if you're creating a blog, but you need some sort of topic idea for your channel. Now, the best channels are the ones that niche within a niche. So what I mean by that? Well, if you look at my business is Flatback Effects. You can see it online just by searching for it on YouTube. But in that, I teach people how to make not just video effects, edit videos inside of After Effects, but I teach them how to actually make video effects and animations using that specific program. So you might have video editing might be the generalized niche, but then I niche within that. So I'm specifically using one type of program, After Effects, and I'm teaching people how to make video effects and specifically animation as well. So I've niched within that niche. Now, the more that you niche, the better you're going to be, because the more generalized your topic. If I just said, look, I'm going to teach people how to make music, how to, edit videos, how to shoot videos, do all those things, that's fine. But it's kind of like I'm spreading myself way too thin, and the people that I'm getting joined may not be interested in all the type of content that I'm creating. So the more that you can niche, the more you resonate and find those people that are specifically after that, and the better that those products are going to be once we actually create them. Now, I talk about all of this stuff in a lot more detail in my free mini workshop. If you're interested in that, there'll be a link down in the description. In that video, I basically go through all of this step by step. But over this video series, I'm going to also go through a lot of the steps, and I'm going to show you using some of the free tools that are available to us. So here's a few things that'll help you decide what your topic is going to be about. So what are your interests or expertise, and what are you good at? Also think about what value can you offer to people. Is it entertainment, education, or infotainment, or a news channel? What is something that you can combine those 2 things together to create a really solid topic that people are interested in and searching for online? Again, I built my channel around my interests. So I had an interest in creating videos and video effects. So I built my channel around that niche topic. Now, from where I started out to where I am now, I have slightly changed, but the whole idea and the best thing that you can do is get it right as close as you can right from the start. Because I've had students that start here and then they change the direction of the compass that they want to head in to, some completely different channel. Now, the problem with that is the people that subscribe to you are not necessarily going to be interested in that content. So it's okay in the early days to kind of find where you're happy in the sort of content that you're making. But the better you can do that, the earlier you can do that, the better it's going to be for your channel down the track. Otherwise, all those subscribers that you're building, that audience, you're not building it around the right thing, and it's going to start to dilute your overall channel or the community that you're building by bringing in people that maybe aren't so interested in the content that you want to be making or that you're going to be making down the track. Now, once you think you've got a generalized idea, you want to do something called avatar or avatar hacking. Now, this is where you actually create avatars on a piece of paper, because obviously you don't have the audience yet. You're trying to build that out. You want to build up an avatar of the sort of people that you want to target. Now, this is really critical because you have your topic idea, but you really want to know who that audience is that you're aiming at. So on screen, it's just an example of what an avatar looks like. I recommend just creating 3 columns to create 3 different avatars. The first thing you'll want to do is just basically list out some of the personal information of those people, like how much do they earn, what industry are they in, their age, gender, all of those sort of things. Then you want to get into the actual fears and the goals of those people. So for this channel, I would, for instance, be aiming at, people in the creative field who want to learn how to create passive income, create digital products, and launch them online. Their fears may be being stuck in the same place for a few years, not being able to sell enough to get by. You might be competing against a lot of people, so there's real fears over people, putting themselves out there. You want to think about the goals. What is the goal of that person? What do you think their goal is going to be? For me, it's going to be making money online, making passive income, working less, creating more of an automated system. These are the sort of things that for people in my channel might be interested or what they want to actually achieve. Think about some of the questions they might ask, the content they watch already online, the hobbies, motivators, beliefs and values. These are all really critical parts to working out and understanding who the avatar or the people that you're actually aiming at. Now, a lot of people don't do this, but you'll find a lot of the really top creators out there, they will not start any new channel or do anything new until they've created their own avatars and avatar hacking. This is a really critical step if you don't have any audience or you're not quite sure who those people are. Once you can actually sit down and better understand this, it's just going to save you so much time in the future trying to work that out if you get it right from the very beginning. So again, in my situation with my Flatback Effects channel, where I started out just making generalized tutorials on lots of different programs. Then I realized that After Effects is really what was most interesting to me. And then I really started to think about, okay, what are people using After Effects for? Primarily making video effects and things like that. So I really started to find my niche. Now that took a little bit of time, and that's okay from where I started to where I am now, because it's in the right direction. You really want to avoid starting here and then completely doing a 180 and going in the opposite direction. If you can start with something more generalized, if you're not quite sure what your niche is, it's okay then to niche down. But the faster you can do that, or the earlier that you can do that, it's going to be much better for you. The other part of this is you want to think about the platform that you're going to launch on. So for me, I'm obviously uploading tutorials. So primarily YouTube is obviously the best fit because I'm going to be making video-based tutorials. Those people want to watch that and follow along on programs they're using on their computer. So for me, YouTube is obviously a great option. For you, you might be doing blog posts, or your audience might be, prefer reading. So then doing a blog post on a website is going to be a better option. If you're more photo-based or you want short form content, then maybe Instagram. Think about those avatars or your audience where they're going to primarily spend their time, and that's going to be the best platform for you. Try to avoid just going with all these different platforms at once. Don't just tell people to subscribe to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, because you just become sort of that, jack of all trades, master of none. You really want to focus on one area and bring that audience in. Again, the earlier you can do this, the better it's going to be for your channel and ultimately any digital products that you launch down the track. Now, it's really important to note that you need some sort of audience or a way of generating leads in order to sell a product. You can't just create a product, which I see a lot of people do, and then just try and find people for it. That's a lot harder than building your audience first And then when we get into the actual building out our product, which we're going to start looking at in the next video, you can understand what is it that those, the needs of those people are, so that when we actually create that product, it really resonates and solves those issues or the things that those people are actually struggling with. Now, again, this is just the first part of my 5-part video series. There'll be a link to this playlist down in the description. I'll be putting out those new videos regularly, so make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on that. Again, there'll also be a link to my free mini workshop down in the description, and you can watch through that if you want to get a head start and really understand this process in a lot more detail. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.